ship like yours. And I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
My mom and dad were scared when he came on board, but I don't know why. You seem okay. I heard you came from outside the ship. I bet it was pretty cold out there.
I wonder how many other planets are out there that we can live on. I bet there's a million. I'm glad you're not an alien, but that would have been so cool. I'm glad you're not an alien. Will always be.
Something else, huh?
My crew may not realize it now, but we will be much happier with a home of our own. Safe travels to you. Safe travels to you. Well, if you can bring me those potatoes to make up for our potential food shortage in her absence, I'll be happy to consider it. Thank you. I know it must seem silly to compare a person's value to a sack of potatoes, but as you know, our ship's priorities are unique in nature. But this will help make up for the lower crop yields in the coming weeks. I know this will make Janet happy. I just hope I don't regret this decision.
I have seen stranger things, and I know more than a few people who are not worth a sack of potatoes.
I maintain order around here, and I aim to continue it, even in this strain.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside of here.
Hi there.
You seem convinced you can help me. But I'll believe it when I'm finally off this bloody old ship. Good luck, I guess. But I'm not... Wait, for real? How? I thought I was going to have to escape on my own somehow, but if she's given me her blessing, that's even better. Maybe you're right. Do I really want to know? Best to just let it go and be appreciative. Anyway, thanks for helping me. I know you didn't need to. Thanks again. I'm going to need it. It's a whole new world out there. I hope we meet again someday.
I'm worried about you.
Operation complete. Thrusters free.
Keep moving, the scanner won't hurt you.
What to challenge?
Your instincts and Ryujin is hiring
You know I went to Chef's.
So, why did you drag me in here?
You said you wanted to buy something nice for your girlfriend, so here we are.
Yes. Can I help you?
Do you think I've suddenly inherited a fortune? This place is
Are you sure you're in the right place?
Hey, you're
You certainly don't look like one of our usual clientele.
It's expensive. And then there's the Emporium. This place is in a class all by itself.
Yes. Take a look around.
I take it from your tone I've made an error in judgment.
Okay.
Please forgive my disrespect. We have quite a few, shall we say, thugs that find their way into my establishment and create a disturbance. In fact, there's a particular Seoka member who calls himself Headlock, who repeatedly torments me by damaging my goods. Ah, yes, the authorities. Neon Security. Corrupt, bumbling idiots who couldn't solve a crime if it occurred right in front of their faces.
This is also assuming that Neon Security is not already aware and looking the other way. Or worse, actively involved. Approaching them will almost certainly not help.
Anyway, I've already taken up too much of your valuable time. Was there anything else I could help you with? I'm not telling you a thing. I've already reported what I saw to security. Stop wasting my time and leave. Your presence is bad for business. There's nothing to tell you. Get it through your skull. Listen, I don't want anything bad to happen. You'd better be right. Yeah, I hope so. Oh my God, enough! I'll tell you what I know, if it'll get you to leave. I saw it happen. Thomas was murdered and thrown into the ocean. Afterwards, I foolishly reported the incident to security. For my efforts, I was rewarded with a gun to my head and threatened with death if I didn't keep silent. It was hard to hear over the commotion, but I'm sure I heard Thomas call his attacker Russell and Rusty a few times. From what I could gather, the attacker was after credits, and Thomas refused to give him any. After that, well, Thomas went for a swim. Where else would someone like him be, He stays at the sleep crates near Madame Sauvage's place. In any case, when you confront him, my name cannot be mentioned. I very much dislike sharing Thomas's briny fate. And with that, I must insist you leave me in peace. That is, of course, Unless you'd like to make a hefty purchase.
Look, man, have a heart.
Behold, this big story of the perfect marriage. Discovery, your hero. Step through the door.
Epside's a bad place for tourists these days.
Hey, buddy, why don't you throw a few credits my way, huh? Help a guy out, yeah? End up in the ocean? What the hell are you... Wait, no. He told me that everything was taken care of. No one would know. Listen, you gotta hear me out. I never meant to do anything. It was an accident. Why else? I needed some creds for Aurora. And everyone knows he and his wife run that shitty little shop. All they do is rip people off. He was bound to have creds. A friend, an old buddy in security. But that's all you're getting from me. I'd rather take my chances with you than with him. I got in a fight with Thomas. I asked him for some creds, but the bastard wouldn't give me anything. Things got out of hand. He ended up falling off the upper platform. It was an accident, I swear. Then I called my buddy in security and told him what happened. He took care of everything after that. Hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a rat. Listen, I messed up, I know that. But nothing can change what's already done. Just let me go and I'll disappear forever. No one will ever see me again. No one even needs to know I'm alive. Just, come on, just let me go.
अगर इसको मारा तो मेरे को बाउंड लगा देंगे भैंचोद इसने उसको मारा
No, I can't let that happen. Why couldn't you just let me go? Oh.
You're such a gift. Your enemies next screen.
Thank you for doing this. And please, be careful.
एयरपोर्ट टपका के आ रहा केयरफुल कहाँ से रहूँगा मैं
I'm afraid I'm not in the best of spirits right now, but I'll try and help. Please, tell me everything you know. I want to hear it all. I knew it. I just knew that I was being fed lies. Nothing added up right from the start. Neon security. How can they sleep at night and act like my husband's life wasn't worth anything? My husband's killer. Did you find him? What happened to him?
He's dead. मर गया वो.
Good. And good riddance to him too.
Yes.
An eye for an eye and all that.
Absolutely.
I'm not the type to wish death upon anyone, but he deserved worse for what he did to my Thomas.
Yes, your
And about
Thomas.
security. Did you find out which officer is behind the cover-up?
Nope.
Yes, you're right. It just boils my blood thinking about what they did. But I must say that I feel oddly vindicated just by knowing the truth. The uncertainty was constantly eating away at me. At least I can take solace knowing that justice was served, at least to some degree. I never would have figured out the truth without you. I have credits for you here. Oh, you're so sweet. In any case, please know how grateful I am that you helped me. You're the only person to ever show kindness to me in this city. And now that I know the truth, I can try to focus on healing. Thank you for everything, from both myself and Thomas.
ये क्या टांग दिया भाई?
Making a fortune.
Oh, might go out of business soon.
Lovely day for it.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं है.
Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh, my lord. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelkor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for my outburst.
अबे सीधे होके मुंह पे देख के बात करना.
That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. If only you knew. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltkor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you. Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise. When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man. We're a tech company that primarily specializes in mining operations. We handle everything from individual standalone units to fully engineered outpost systems. Basically, if it's made of rock, our gear chews it. Might not be as glamorous as some of the other corps in this building, but it pays the bills. Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
Save it for someone who gives a damn.
Now is the time to think is almost guaranteed.
You're in the back here.
Industries help you get there.
See? I told you. Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
Why would someone open a mining supplies business on an ocean planet?
Exactly. I can't believe this place is still open. I give it a few more months before this loser packs it in.
Ah, don't be such a jerk. We should look around and see if there's something we can buy.
Yeah, sure. You want to waste your credits? You go right ahead.
Here to purchase some mining goods?
अबे लूजर बोलना है कोने वाले.
Welcome, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face. The first time I laid eyes on this building, I felt the same way. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volai. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my business on the verge of closure. It is a sad day.
लौड़े लग गए कहते हैं इसको.
That would be a blessing, my friend. I wouldn't want to impose. Oh, she did. Miss McKenna is very kind, but I cannot accept. It is my responsibility to pay the loan. If I cannot, then what happens, happens.
You should take my money.
I am sorry, my friend, but I can do no such thing. When a man signs a contract, he must honor it, no matter the terms. I really hope so. Oh, maybe you're right. As much as it means to me, my pride cannot be my ruin. I suppose so. There's nothing in the contract that says I must pay the loan through sales. It seems I have been too prideful. I have always believed that if a person works hard and makes no trouble, they can achieve any goal. But in reality, no one can do it alone. I'm grateful that you and Miss McKenna have reminded me of this. Tell her I will accept her generosity, and I will find a way to repay her kindness. You would do that for a total stranger? Bless you, my friend. Bless you. I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business. And you were the final element that was missing. If you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon, it would explain how we can improve our businesses as a group. Many in Neon keep to their own, and I believe this is why we fail. James Newell and his Merchant Alliance friends are on the right track, but all they do is spend their time complaining, never solving. We must unify, band together, and help each other out. Then, when one of us falls, the others can reach down and help him rise from the dust. In the meantime, we will refer people to each other's shops, perhaps even promote sales together. It would benefit us all. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. You have no idea the weight you have lifted from my shoulders. I appreciate your help. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please, let me know. Farewell, my friend. And tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.
I'm interested in some of your mining gear.
We've got you covered. Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with the crime rating only. Now is the time to enhance your life. Here at Enhance, we are.
Get out of my face. If you want to gawk at something, take it to the Astro.
If you're here to welcome to Kelt Core. That's fantastic. I was worried he'd take it the wrong way, so I'm glad you were able to convince him. I'll arrange for the funds to be transferred immediately. Hopefully Father will forgive the late fees. And if he doesn't, I can always reimburse them when he retires. In any case, thank you. And here, for your efforts.
Got a problem?
It's home time. Surprised the contents came damaged?
Hotech stock rallied in aftermarket trading to new highs.
Want to see how sure my temper is? Keep talking.
Landing sounds fixed up.
No wonder. No one will work for you. My man is missing, and you're all just here what? Waiting for him to wander back through the gate?
Mr. Halftown.
I have never quite been able to think of New Atlantis as home. Though I suppose I should. I do appreciate that not every meter
I'm sorry, I
flowed under
really can't
the
afford to be
sea.
distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Far too grand for such a fate.
Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
It is a tree. They are quite prevalent in the city. This one is somehow different.
Yes, of course this one is different. It's only the most important tree in the city, perhaps even all of Jemison. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
A prospective colonist family uses it.
you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
अंडे खरीदना है भाई का.
We're hiring if you're interested. Ask in the security office.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you? Oh, well, certainly. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found, trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? Pleasure doing business with you. Back to it then.
Have a nice day now.
I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use. If it isn't my favorite, almost a lab assistant. What can I do for you? So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment.
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Ah, there it is. A leaf. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my.
अरे बोलना क्या हुआ?
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Yes, it does feel good to be right, particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Our sponsors. Think you've got what it takes to tackle the business world?
What can I do for you? Critter cleanup coming up. You ready to head out right now? Let's get to the details. Just need to... Coordinates sent. You know the drill. Find the critter, make it litter. You watch yourself out there, Captain.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
Sir, you seem to be at full strength again. Did the apothecaries identify the cause of your collapse? Focus on the mission, Sergeant. As you wish, my lord.
The control room is on the other side of that door.
Use the controls to restore power. It worked. Let's get down there. Practical. There's a shortcut across the rooftops to the east. Good. Proceed. What motive do these creatures have to attack this facility? They have no need for the technology. They're like seeds carried by the wind. Their only motive is to devour and expand.